All right. Okay, last week we started a series on competitive bidding, primarily focusing on the takeout double, and we are going to continue with the takeout double today. When the opener makes a bid and your partner doubles, he's saying one thing to you. He has three choices. He can pass, he can overcall at some level, but if he makes a takeout double, then he has set the wheels in motion. When he makes a takeout double, he's telling you one of two things. He either has a hand, a minimum takeout double would require at least 12 high card points and at least 3 card support for the unbid suits. Normally, if the opponent is opened in one of the major, your partner by his takeout double is saying, I have 4 of the other, but not necessarily. The other type of hand your partner might hold if he makes a takeout double is a huge hand, one which is too strong to make a simple overcall. On your convention card, all of you have a convention card. On the back, it has a place for your range for simple overcall. I play 7 to 17 with most of my partners. Some of you play 5 to 18, 5 to not that, but 8 to 15, reversing my numbers here. But you always need to be certain with whomever you're playing what your range is. So if you double and then make a subsequent bid, you are saying, I had too many points. For me, I would have at least 18 points. I would make an overcall in my suit if I had anywhere from 7 to 17. By the fact that I doubled first and then bid my suit, I'm telling my partner I had more than 17 high card points. I've got at least 18 or 19. So when the takeout double is made and you are the partner, you know your partner has one of two hands, either the minimum takeout double, showing at least 3 card support for the unbid suits, or if he comes back around and partner makes another bid, she has the power double, she has the big hand. Now, what we focused on last week were the bids that you could make once the takeout double is made. And I tried to emphasize the least amount, the less you have, the more important it is for you to bid. You have to bid if you have an absolute, what I call bust, 0 points, you have to bid. And then if you go down about 800, minus 800, then you can blame it on your partner because he made you bid. It's his fault. No, what I would do is keep my mouth shut. You know, I've told you all, when you make a bad bid or you get in a bad contract and it's obviously your fault or your partner's fault, best thing to do is to keep your mouth shut, talk about it later. Don't talk about it at the table, certainly online, you don't talk about it. The only person in the room that's on your side is your partner. So if you get your partner mad at the second hand, it's going to be a long game. So your partner's made you bid, you made your bid, and you get a really bad score because you had 0 points. Well, you can't help that you had 0 points. You were forced to bid. So the bids that you have, and I just want to recap these, you can pass the takeout double if you hold length in the enemy suit. With 0 to 8 high card points, you bid your longest suit as cheaply as you can. If he's opened a heart, your partner makes a takeout double and you have 4 diamonds and no points, you bid 2 diamonds. That's as cheap. You can't bid 1 diamond. You have to go forward. So you bid your longest suit at the cheapest level you can. You're not promising your partner anything. If you have anywhere from 9 to 11 high card points, you jump bid your longest suit. So if you had that same hand and you had 9 points and you had 4 diamonds, instead of bidding 2 diamonds, you would bid 3 diamonds. You bid your longest suit 1 level higher than you would if you just had anywhere between 0 and 8. If you have 12 high card points and your partner is showing at least 12 to 13 high card points by the takeout double, your side has game. You don't know where it is yet, but you Q-bid the enemy suit, whatever it is. And you're telling your partner, I have at least 12 high card points. We now just need to set about to find where this contract is going to play. If you have 7 to 10 high card points and a stopper in the enemy suit, you bid 1 no trump. If you have 11 to 12 high card points, stopper in the enemy suit, you bid 2 no trump. If you have a hand, 6 to 8 high card points and a 6 card or more suit, you can't bid just 1 heart or bid 1 level because that would be anywhere from 0 to 8, promising 4 card suit. If you bid at the 2 level, then you're promising 9 to 11 points. You fooled your partner, you don't have that many points. But you do have a 6 card suit or bigger, and you do have 6 to 8 high card points. So the way you tell your partner you have that kind of hand is to bid 3 of the suit. All right, so those were the bids. Once your partner's made the takeout double, those are the bids that are available to you. Pass if you have lengthened the enemy suit. 0 to 8, cheapest level, you bid your suit. 9 to 11, jump 1 level on your longest suit. If you have at least 12 high card points, you bid the enemy suit, your side has gained. If you have a stopper and anywhere 7 to 10 points, you bid 1 no trump. You have 11 or 12 and a stopper, you bid 2 no trump. And if you have a long suit, more than 4, 5, you have at least 6 of them, bid up at the 3 level, and your partner will know you have that kind of hand. Now, sometimes you've had the opening bid and your partner doubles. And last week I had the responder pass, and you as the advancer had to make one of these bids that you see above. But I want to look at the situation of what happens when there's an intervening bid. Your partner has doubled the opening bid, and the responder, who is next, he's the opener's partner, he takes action. He either redoubles or he bids a suit. Now you are off the hot seat. You do not have to make a bid. If the responder had passed, you've got to make a bid. The only time you can pass is if you have length in the enemy suit. You have to make a bid even with a bust. But once the responder has either redoubled, he's showing 10 or more points, and probably not much support for whatever suit his partner bid, or he bids a suit, maybe he raises his partner's suit, you no longer have to make a bid. You're not obligated to make a bid. So if you do put in a bid, it is voluntary. You're not forced to do it. It's voluntary. This is known as a free bid. And let's look at some examples. 1A. Your partner has doubled 1 heart. The responder raises to 2 hearts. He's probably got anywhere from 6 to 10 points and 3 hearts. So he's raised to 2 hearts. If you don't have anything, you would simply pass. You have no business bidding if you don't have anything. But if you do have a little something, you double. This is known as a responsive double. On the back of your convention card, you under the special doubles, one of the doubles is responsive doubles, and you play through a certain level. I happen to play through the level of 4 hearts with my partners. Most people play through the level of 3 spades. So 2 hearts, the advancer doubles. This is a responsive double. You did not have, you're telling by that double that you did not have 4 spades. If you had 4 spades and you had some points, you would bid 2 spades. If you don't bid 2 spades, this thing may pass out at 2 hearts. And you know what I've told you, you let them play to 2 level, they most of the time going to beat the socks off of you. You need to try to get them up to the 3 level. So if you got anywhere from 6, 7 points and you had 4 spades, you would bid 2 spades. So by your double, your responsive double, you are denying that you have 4 spades, but you are telling your partner, I have both the minors. So this is basically that double, the responsive double is a takeout for the minors. You might hold a hand such as what you see there. You have 4 diamonds, the queen jack, 4 clubs. Notice you don't have 4 spades. You do have 7 high card points. You don't want to pass 2 hearts. As I've just told you, you pass 2 hearts. If the opener has a minimum hand, he's going to pass. And now there's your partner. You haven't done anything. She's not going to make another bid, and they're going to get to play 2 hearts. And those are the games that y'all are losing points on by letting them play at that 2 level. As I said, Jerry Helms, Larry Cohen say you're going to get beat every time. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a low score letting them play at the 2 level. If you had a chance to get them up 1 more, it's more, maybe they can make the 2 level easily, but maybe go down in the 3 level. So what here you are asking your partner to choose between the 2 minors. All right, let's look at the second example, 1B. The opener's opened a club, your partner doubles, and his partner raises to clubs, and you make a double. Again, this is a responsive double by you, the advancer. You are showing support for both majors, and you are asking your partner to make a preference, to choose the one he wants to play it in. Two reasons for this. This is your hand. You have 4 spades, you have 4 hearts, and you have 6 high card points. You don't want to pass 2 clubs. You pass 2 clubs, it's going to pass out at 2 clubs. Your partner can't make another bid. But by making your double, responsive double, you are telling your partner, I have support for the majors, and I want you to pick whichever one you prefer. And you're not going to make a bid after that, I don't think, but you want her to pick. And somebody suggested last week, and I believe it was David Nova, suggested that perhaps you want to make your partner choose which of the majors, because then the lead will be coming up to her. If you say 2 hearts or 2 spades, if I had to make a choice, I would say 2 spades, because your spades are a little bit better, obviously better than the hearts. But you have both of them. So asked by your responsive double, you're asking your partner to choose his better major. And if it plays in that major, then the lead is coming up to your partner's hand. So I'm going to be doing quite a bit more with responsive doubles, not today, but at a subsequent lesson. But for now, you're saying, well, when do I make that double? You know, I've given you 2 examples, 1A and 1B, where you make both of the situations where the responsive double. If you hold anywhere from about 6 high card points, you want to make that responsive double, where the partner is going to get, your partner would be able to bid at the 2 levels. She can bid 2 hearts or 2 spades or whatever. If your partner's going to have to bid at the 3 level, you ought to have about 8 high card points to make the responsive double, because you're forcing, she's going to have to bid. She's made her takeout double, but you've got about 8 points. Make her choose either hearts or spades or whatever the suit's going to be at the 3 level. To make your partner choose, maybe they have bid up to 3 hearts, and you make a responsive double. If you play responsive doubles through the 3 spade level, if you double at that point, you need at least 10 high card points, because you're forcing your partner to bid 4 hearts or 4 clubs or 4 diamonds at the 4 level. So for now, I will be doing quite a bit more on responsive doubles, but for now, this is sort of a guide. If they're only going to be bidding at the 2 level, at least 6 high card points, and you see in both of the examples, that the one at the top, you had 7 high card points in 1A, and you had 6 high card points in 2B. You made the responsive double. Your partner is going to be able to bid either 2 clubs or 2 diamonds in that first hand, or she will be able to bid 2 hearts or 2 spades. So bidding at the 2 level, you don't need, but just, you know, you ought to have at least 6, and you by your responsive double, you're telling you have support for the unbid suits. If they're going to have to bid at the 2 level, you need a little bit more points. And at the 3 level, forcing your partner to bid at the 4 level, you ought to have at least 10 high card points, because you know you're getting up there. You're getting way up there. All right, let's now look at 2A. Your partner has doubled 1 heart, and the responder bids 2 hearts. With this hand, you simply bid 2 spades. If you had only 4 of them and maybe 4 clubs, you might make a responsive double. You don't need to make a responsive double, is what I'm saying here. You have a 5 card suit, you simply bid 2 spades. That's a free bid. It's promising at least 6 high card points, and you've got the 5 card suit. So here you don't need to make a responsive double. Once you look back at 1A and 1B to see why you make a responsive double, you don't actually bid your suit. Here you can bid your suit, and you should bid 2 spades on example 2A. 2B, partners doubled 1 spade double, and now the responder does not raise his partner's suit, but he comes bopping in there with 2 clubs. What his bid means, it's not a 2/1 bid. It's not game forcing. What it is, there's been an interfering bid. It's showing at least 5 clubs, and it's showing minimum of 8 or 9 high card points. So his partner, one who opened 1 spade, can pass 2 clubs. So if you pass, and let's say that the opener has 3 clubs, has nothing else to say, doesn't have a big hand, he's probably going to pass 2 clubs, and that's where it's going to play. Your partner can't come in and make a bid. And let's say you hold the following hand. You have 9 high card points, you should make a bid of 2 diamonds with this hand. The reason being, you have 9 high card points. If you pass 2 clubs, it's going to pass out at 2 clubs, and they're going to get to play 2 clubs. At least by bidding 2 diamonds, they are going to have to either go to 2 spades, which your partner may be able to handle, or they're going to go to 3 clubs, which they may not be able to make. You're always trying to get them up at least to the 3 clubs when there's a competitive auction, when you kind of have the idea that the points are just about evenly distributed. If you can get your opponents up to the 3 level, most of the time they're not going to make it if you don't give them a trick on defense. I always do the unforgiven thing of giving them a trick, but you all won't do that. I'm sure you won't do that. All right. The partner's made a takeout double, and let's say now that the responder doesn't raise his partner's suit, nor does he bid a new suit, but he redoubles. What is he saying? Well, he's saying he's got at least 10 high card points, and he's probably implying that he does not have much support for whatever suit his partner opened. But he is telling his partner, if they get the bid anywhere above the level of 2, we need to double them for penalty. So by redoubling, he's saying he has at least 10 high card points, and the bidding proceeds. Now, you as the advancer do not have to make a bid. You can pass, because by the redouble, your partner still has a chance to make another bid. So if you want to, you can pass. A pass by you indicates that you don't have anything to say right then. Of course, if it comes back around to the opener and he also passes, now there's your partner kind of in no man's land. It's got to make a bid, and she will. She'll bid something, and the bidding proceeds. But what I think is, if you do have a bid and can afford to make a bid over the redouble, you should go ahead and bid your suit, because it's awfully hard on your partner if you pass and the opener passes, and here we are at 1 spade doubled and redoubled, and your poor partner is sitting there not knowing whether you have anything or not. So if you can afford to make a bid, you want to do so to sort of relieve the pressure off of your partner should she find herself in that kind of predicament. So let's look at this. Your partner has doubled 1 club. So it's 1 club double, and the responder has redoubled, and it's now up to you. And you hold the following hand. You have 6 high card points. You do have 4 hearts. With this hand, you simply bid 1 heart. You've not used up any bidding space. You are showing that you have a few points, and you are telling your partner you have 4 hearts. So in this hand, you would not pass, even though you suspect you're pretty sure your partner's got 4 hearts. You don't want to leave her in the predicament. If you pass, opener passes, and now she's got the bid over the redouble. You have a bid. You want to bid 1 heart. But let's say you held, can you all see the second hand, where you have 2 points? You have the queen of diamonds. You do have 4 hearts. Here you hold 4 hearts, but you don't really have enough points to make a bid. So I think you might want to pass. You're promising a few points if you do bid 1 heart. And you're certainly in that one above with the king, jack, 4th. You do have 6 points, and I would bid 1 heart. With the second hand, I think I would pass. A lot of times the opener is now going to make another bid and take your partner off the hot seat. But this may be one of the ones where you go down 800. But there's not a whole lot you can do about it. You don't have anything. So when you don't have anything, don't make a false promise. It's okay to fool the opponents, but try real hard not to make a bid that, a bid you don't have, because who's going to be fooled? Your partner. All right. So what I want to move into next now is they have opened, your partner made a takeout double, the responder has passed, and you have bid. You've made some bid. And now we want to look back at the takeout doubler's hand and see if she's going to make another bid. Of course, if you have a minimum takeout double, you don't want to make another bid. But if you have a little bit extra, would you bid? Would you raise your partner's suit 1 level? Would you raise it 2 level? Would you raise it 3 level? What would you do? So it all depends on how big your takeout double is. I want to caution you, you want to proceed carefully. When you make a takeout double, your partner could have 0 or 1 point. And if you go be raising her suit or maybe jumping her suit, you're probably going to be in trouble because you don't know if your partner has anything when she makes the bid. You forced her to bid. So in making your rebid decisions, here are the guidelines that you follow. If they've opened and you make a takeout double and your partner's bid, if you have anywhere from 12 to 15, you should just pass. You have the minimum takeout double, whatever your partner bid, pass. If the opponents now bid their suit again, it would be fine for you to raise your partner to the 2 level or whatever level, because you do have support for what your partner bid, and you are trying to get them up to the 3 level. But if you have a minimum takeout double and your partner has just bid at the cheapest level, for now you pass. Maybe the responder will now bid 2 of his partner's suit. Now you can come back in and make a bid, raise your partner to 2 of whatever he's bid, hoping to force the opponents up to the 3 level. But initially, you don't ever make another bid if your partner is shown somewhere between 0 to 8 high card points. If you have 16 total points, you can raise your partner's suit to the 2 level. Again, if your partner has a minimum or has the 0 points, he's not going to make another bid. But once he knows you have a fit, maybe he can count distribution, maybe he can get his hand up, maybe he can make a 3 level bid saying, partner, if you have a little bit extra there, go on to 4, if not, pass. If you have 19 total points, remember, once you have a fit, now you can count your distributional points, your singletons and your doubletons. You can give yourself extra points. You can get your hand up to 19 points, raise your partner's suit to the 3 level. If you have 22 total points, you want to go all the way to 4. So if it has been 1 club, double by you, and your partner bids 1 spade, you pass 12 to 15 points. If they make a raise of the partner's suit, you could now raise your partner's 1 spade to 2 spades. Otherwise, you don't make a bid. If you have extra and your partner has bid 1 spade, you might raise him to 2 spades. If you have at least 19 high card points counting distribution, you could raise your partner's 1 spade to 3 spades. And if you have 22 total points counting distribution, you just bid 4 spades. You don't give your partner a chance to pass or anything. You take control of the hand and you bid 4 spades. So you pass with the minimum. When your partner's been forced to make a response, you want to be very careful about making a subsequent bid. And also you want to be very careful about leading the suit that your partner's bid. Your partner bids a spade and you're going to be on opening lead and you have the ace queen 4th of your partner's suit. You lay the ace down, I can just about guarantee you the king is probably going to be sitting over here to your right. What you want to do is lead something else. If your partner gets in, she can lead through the ace and you'll get your queen, or eventually maybe the declarer will have to lead towards her king and you'll get your ace and your queen. So again, when you forced your partner to bid, try not to lead away from an ace queen in the suit your partner's bid, saying, oh, well, she's got the king. I would say, oh, well, she's probably not got the king. At least you want to take the precaution. Now, this is about the soundest advice I can give you on these rebids. Opener's bid, you have made a takeout double. Your partner makes the bid. If you are considering making one of these bids above, like raising to the 2 level, raising to the 3 level, or going all the way to the 4 level, what you should do is be very cautious and underbid on your second bid. Your first bid was your takeout double. Your takeout double is told as advertised your minimum strength, and I have at least 12 high card points, support for the unbid suits. Your second bid, you don't want to go crazy. If you underbid, maybe just bid at the 2 level, even though you really want to bid at the 3 level, it's probably best to underbid. Now, if your partner the advancer can take another step, you're probably going to be in 4. The advancer, if your partner does make another bid, raises your suit. If the person who is the advancer has the 7 or 8 point hand, now she needs to make another bid. She needs to make an aggressive bid. You see, she could have bid 1 with 0 points. She could also bid 1 holding 7 or 8 high card points. 0 to 8 is your guide for the 1 level bid. So if your partner does raise your suit, say to the 2 level, and you have 7 or 8 high card points, then I would at least raise to 3 and say, you know, I've got the 7 or 8 point hand. I don't have the 0 or 1 or 2 point hand. Certainly, if your partner bid 2, raise your suit to 2 level, and you don't have a 0, 1, 2, or 3 points, you don't have game. You're going to pass. All right, so let's look at this example, and this is one where it's really hard for the one who made the takeout double. The opener has bid 1 heart. You've made a takeout double. The responder passes, and your partner bids, whoa, 2 clubs. Look at that club suit. You know she has at least 4 clubs, and you've got a bunch of points there, don't you? How many points you got? 18 high card points, 19 distribution. You can count the 18 high card points. You can count 1 point for your doubleton. So you have 19 high card points in support of clubs. And you are just dying to bid 4 clubs on this hand. But think about it a minute. If you've got a 1 heart opening, there's at least 12 high card points, unless it's a distributional hand. He might have opened 1 heart on 11 points, but normally you're thinking 12, he opened with 12 high card points. And you're sitting here with 18 high card points. That's 30 points minimum that you know about. Your partner, now the responder didn't bid. And you know why he didn't bid. He hadn't got anything. Your partner was forced to bid it, and he can't bid. The best he can do if he has 0 points is to bid 2 clubs. He may not have more than 1 or 2 points. So if you go jumping 2 clubs up to 4 clubs, even though you've got 19 total points, you may not be able to make a 5 club contract. That's all that's open to you at that point. But let's say that your partner has a stopper in the heart suit. You don't have a stopper. If you had a stopper and your partner bid 2 clubs, I would bid 2 no trump with that hand, saying, I have a strong hand, I have club support, and I have a heart stopper. You don't have a heart stopper. So what you should do with this hand is to simply raise to 3 clubs. That tells your partner that you have tremendous club support, you have a really strong hand, but it denies that you have a heart stopper. And if you, the advancer, do have a heart stopper, and here's your hand down here, you may hold this hand. You bid 2 clubs holding 6 clubs there to the queen. You could have bid 2 clubs holding only 4 to the queen, or maybe no points at all. But with this hand, you know your partner's got tremendous club support. You're probably going to run at least 6 club tricks. Your partner does not have the heart stopper, but you do. Your partner's got spades, and your partner's got diamonds, and your partner's got at least 18 to 19 high card points. You should now bid 3 no trump with this hand, and you are going to make 3 no trump. That's the only game in this hand. You might make 5 clubs with the hand that you've got, but wouldn't you rather be in 3 no trump if that's possible? So what I'm saying to you as the takeout doubler, if your partner would bid 2 clubs and you've got this kind of hand, tremendous support in the club suit, you either want to be in no trump or 5 clubs. Well, to bid 4 clubs, which is the value of your hand, you may not be able to make 4 clubs. If your partner feels obligated to fold to 5 clubs, you may not be able to make it. But if your partner has the stopper in the heart suit, the suit bid by the opener, then 3 no trump is where you want to play. And I'm pretty sure you're going to make it. I would be willing to lay down money you're going to make it. Now, sometimes the takeout doubler knows from his partner's response, there's no chance of game. So let's look at this next one. 1 heart is the opener, your partner makes a takeout double, passed by the responder, and you bid 2 diamonds. 2 diamonds is your bid. Well, you don't see your partner's hand, but by 2 diamonds, your partner has bid at the cheapest level. He may have no points at all, but he's got at least 4 diamonds. He can't bid at the 1 level. He has to bid 2 diamonds. So his 2 diamond bid promises nothing but this is my longest suit. I have 4 diamonds at least, but it doesn't promise any points. So you are the takeout doubler. You had a minimum takeout double. You have 14 high card points. Unfortunately, you don't have but 3 diamonds. You may be on 4-3 on a Moisian fit. You should pass this hand. You know that you do not have the necessary points to make game, the 25 points needed for game. You don't have a stopper in no trump for the heart suit. You don't have a stopper. So you just simply pass 2 diamonds. You're probably going to be playing on a 4-3 fit. The opening bidder will probably make another bid because she's got points. She's probably not going to let you play at 2 diamonds. Or maybe even the responder will now come in over 2 diamonds with a 2-heart bid. We don't know. But you, as the takeout doubler, you should know that your side does not have game anywhere, and there's no need really, except maybe to push them up 1 level in making another bid. All right, this next example, though, let's look at it. 1 club has been opened by the opponent, doubled by your partner, passed by the responder. You bid 1 spade. By your 1 spade bid, you are saying, I have at least 4 spades, and I'm somewhere between 0 and 8 high card points. The takeout doubler looks at her hand. Here again, wow, she's got 5 spades, the ace, king, queen. She has 17 high card points, 18 total points. She can count 1 point for the Doubleton club. So she's got 19 points, support of spades. She also has a 5th spade. So she's got a 20-point hand, total high card points in support of spades. And you as a takeout double, you want to say 3 spades or you want to say 4 spades. But you go up there bidding 3 spades or 4 spades. If your partner holds 4 spades to the jack, 3 hearts to the queen, which is wasted because it's probably wasted. 3 little old diamonds and 3 clubs. The queen of clubs is probably wasted. You're not going to win anything with that. You may not be able to make 2 spades, certainly not 3 spades. So let's go back through the bidding. 1 club, double by you. Partner bids a spade, promising at least 4 spades, anywhere from 0 to 8 card points. You've made a takeout double. What is your rebid? Well, you need to do something. But what I've told you is you need to bid not aggressively, but you need to underbid. So an underbid by you would be 2 spades. An overbid by, in this case, by you would be 3 spades. Your inclination is to bid 3 spades. A 2 spades bid is warranted. It's about all you've got in case your partner does have a bust. And you might suspect that he doesn't have many points because the guy's opened a club. He's got at least 12 high card points. And you're sitting there with 18, 17, 18. Your partner doesn't have too much. So by a simple bid of 2 spades, you're telling your partner, I have tremendous spade support. I have at least 18 points. You've got probably 20 points. And now you with this particular hand should probably pass. You don't have but 5 hard card points and just pass 2 spades. If the opponents come back in and bid 2, I think with your hands you could bid 3 spades, but you don't want to do anything much more than that. If you did hold, let's say 7 or 8 high card points and your partner bid 2 spades, now you want to bid 4 spades. You want to be aggressive. You could have bid 1 spade on 0 points. So if your partner raises your spades and you have 7 or 8, I think you would want to bid at least 3 spades. And then your partner for sure is going to go on to 4. So what I've said is when your partner has been forced, you want to underbid if you are the takeout doubler. If you are the person responding, you are the partner of the person who's made the takeout double. If he makes another bid and you hold close to the 7 or 8 count, you need to raise at least 1 time or, reevaluate your hand. So takeout doubler, you need to hold yourself back and underbid. But if you're the advancer, if you have made your bid and you have 7 or 8 high card points, that's different from making the bid and you only had 0 or 1 point. If your partner's made another bid, you need to tell him so by making another bid yourself. So in all of the hands that follow, opener has bid a diamond, your partner's made a takeout double, and the responder passes, and let's look at the different hands that you hold. All right, here you hold 5 high card points and 5 spades. Zero to 8, you're in that range. You do have 5 spades. You know your partner's got 4, but the only bid you got is 1 spade. Now, if your partner raises to 2 spades, you should still pass. You don't, even if she's bid 2 spades, I would say if the opponents now come back in and bid, I think you could raise to 3 spades. But I think initially, if there's no bid by the opponents, just pass the 2-spade bid. But if the opener comes back in and bids it to 3 level, I think you could bid 3 spades with your hand because you do have the 5th spade and you do have a doubleton. You can 1 point for that doubleton. But ordinarily, you would not bid. However, if your partner bids 3 spades over your 1 spade, I think now you need to bid to the 4 level. What she's telling you, if she bids 3 spades, you have bid 1 spade, she bids 3 spades. She's saying, I've got 19 or 20 points in support of spades. You have now 5 points, you have the doubleton, you have 6 points, and you have a 5th spade, which is very, very critical. You have the 5th spade. You should bid 4 spades. If you're in a team game, you absolutely cannot miss game. Anytime you have game that's close, team game, you would raise to 4 spades with this hand. I think in a pairs game or even an imps game, I would raise to 4 spades if my partner bids 3 spades over my 1 spade. Having the 5th spade, which is golden, and I can give myself 1 dummy point for the doubleton diamond, I think that possibly I will be all right. Of course, what you got to realize is that you may not take anything with the diamond. All right, let's look at B. Openers open to diamond, take out double by your partner, pass by the responder. You have 8 high card points. You have 4 spades. You bid 1 spade. Remember, 0 to 8, you bid at the cheapest level. So you have 4 spades, you have 8 high card points. Your bid right now is 1 spade. If your partner bids 2 spades, she's showing 16 plus, 16, 17, 18 points maybe in support. You could have bid 1 spade on 0 points. You have 8. I think you owe your partner 1 more bid. With this hand, if she bids 2 spades, I would raise 3 spades, and then I'd let my partner decide where to take this hand, either to pass 3 spades or to bid 4. But you see, you have bid 1 spade to begin with. Your partner has underbid, maybe that we don't know, but she's raised to 2 spades. You need to be aggressive at this point. Your aggressive bid is simply to raise 3 spades. You're telling your partner, I have 7 or 8 high card points. I also have 4 spades, and leave it up to your partner. The takeout doubler underbids. The advancer, you, bids aggressively. So in this case, you have 8 high card points. You could have bid 1 spade on 0 points. You need to raise to 3 spades with this hand. And finally, this last one, 4C, you have 9 high card points. Your partner has made a takeout double. 1 diamond, remember 1 diamond, double by your partner, and you're holding 4C. You have 9 high card points. So if you're in the 9 to 11 high card point range, you don't bid at the cheapest level. You have 4 spades, so you bid 2 spades. Your bid is 2 spades. They are pitiful, but you bid 2 spades. You have 9 high card points. You want to tell your partner you're between 9 and 11 high card points. If your partner raises to 3 spades, your hand is now worth 10 high card points, counting the 1 point for distribution. By his single raise, your partner's showing 16 or 17. You should bid 4 spades. You, with your 10, 9 or 10 points, you know your partner's got 16 or 17. Your side has the necessary points for 4 spade bid. So remember, when your partner does raise your suit and you have anything at all, you may try to make another bid. If you don't have anything, you pass. But if you have close to the 7 or 8 points, you want to at least raise 1. Let your partner decide. If you had bid at the 2 level and your partner raises, now you know you have the 25 points, such as 4C. You know you have game. So you bid 4 spades. If you had, on that 4C, if you had 0 points or 1 point, your partner, I think you passed 3 spades. But you see, you have 8 high card points. And you have 9, and then you have the the doubles in which you can get it up to 10. All right, last week, I gave you an assignment, and I apologize for putting the hand in small, but I think you'll remember the hand. Last week, we had South open 1 spade, and West had the classic takeout double, singleton in the opener's bid, and 4 of each of the others. So it makes the takeout double. North has no business bidding. The East hand has 5 card suit, shouldn't just bid 2 hearts. If she bids 2 hearts, she's got to bid 2 hearts because the opening was one spade. So she has to bid 2 hearts. If she bids 2 hearts, she's showing 0 to 8 with 4 hearts. But she's got 9. So instead of bidding 2 hearts, she should bid 3 hearts on this hand. She's telling her partner she has between 9 and 11 high card points and at least 4 hearts. And her partner, the takeout doubler, he can now count distribution points. He takes it all the way to 4 hearts. So in last week, I had the opponent, South, open with the ace of spades, and then to lead another spade. Of course, if I were the South hand, trick 2, I'm leading the heart. But I had her go ahead and lead a second spade, and we went through, and the East hand, the declarer, did make 5 on the hand. I asked you to consider 3 questions for homework for your assignment. South led the ace of spades and had her switch to a trump at trick 2. Does that change the way the declarer's original plan to try to trump 3 losing spades? No, it's just that, see, you eventually led a heart. You led one round of hearts yourself to get to your hand so you could rough another spade. So she's just at trick 2, led the 1 round of trumps that you were going to lead. But you will still make, there will be no effect. You will still be able to trump your losing spades, and you will still make 5 on this hand. Now, the hard hand is number 2. The hard question is, what if you have a really smart defender and he doesn't pull out the ace or king of spades to lead, but he leads a heart at the get-go? Now what happens? Well, you're still going to make at least 4 on this hand. They can't stop you from making 4 hearts. It is going to be more difficult to make 5 hearts because once he leads that heart, of course, you're going to win that. Now you've got to give him a spade. He's going to take, I would play when you lead a spade, he's going to play the queen, the lower of touch and honors. Remember, lower the ace, king, queen are equivalent up there. So you would play if the declarer is leading the spade at trick 2, take it with the queen. You could take it with the ace, but the queen, your partner will know you got the ace king. So you always follow with the lower of touch and honors, but if you're leading, you lead the top of touching honors. So the declarer leads a spade at trick 2, and you play your queen, and you know you come back with another heart. You've made a brilliant lead. If you are South, you lead another heart. Now the declarer is still sitting over there. She has to lose 1 spade. It's unavoidable, but she's going to be able to trump at least a couple of them. But she's got another problem that she's got. But she can still has an opportunity to make 5 hearts. She's got a couple of chances there. She might try to find out where that queen of diamonds is. Of course, I would suspect with the opening leader, the opening bidder, that queen of diamonds, and I would probably finesse it wrong. I would finesse it through the ace jack and get it wrong. Another possibility of getting a 5th trick is of being able to make 5 is to lead a small, when you're in your hand, lead a small club, the 7, towards your queen. And if the defender makes a defensive error by playing his ace, now you just play small from the board. You cash your king of clubs and eventually get back over to the dummy, and the queen of clubs sets up for a discard of a spade. So if a defensive error is made, the South hand might be afraid that she's going to lose that ace of clubs if she doesn't take it right now. If she does, then she gives you a chance to set up that queen of clubs for a pitch of the spade. So it's a little bit harder. You're for sure going to make 4. Might be a little bit harder, a little bit tricky to make 5. All right, now the last one, and this one, they should never, North South should never be in this predicament. But let's say they just are smart Alex and they think they can make it. And so they know they can't make it. They're sacrificing. Obviously, they are sacrificing. So they bid 4 spades. You don't want to go to 5 hearts. You double for penalty. Now I'm looking at this hand. He has 1 spade loser because the East hand has 4 spades. Let's get back up to the hand. Well, I'm having a problem here. the east hand has 4 spades to the jack, so she's going to get one of those spades. So South has 1 spade loser. South has 2 heart losers. If you count the losers from the master hand, has 4 diamond losers, and he has 1 club loser. Now, I don't think he's going to lose. He's not going to lose all 4 diamonds, but you know, in making your plan, you have to count that you've got 4 diamond losers. And so he's got 8 tricks that he's got a problem with. I think he's going to go down at least 4. And 4 doubled is 800. If he goes down 5, which he might go down 5, is 1100. So even if you bid 5 hearts and make 5, that's 450. So you know that setting them 800 is much the better score. I think you're going to set them for 800, and that's what you should do. They had no business. Whichever one of them bid for, don't think they wanted to do that. Now, next week, we want to continue with our competitive bidding. We're going to look at negative doubles. We're going to focus on negative doubles. Your partner has opened the hand. The next hand either doubles or makes an overcall, and you are next. You are the responder. We're just turning the tables here from the takeout double. You're now the responder. You're not able to make the bid you would have made had not the second hand put a bid in. So we're going to look at what you do, the negative double and the bids that you can make, and how you can tell your partner what you have. And once those bids are made, the subsequent bids and rebids by both the opener and by you, the one who made the negative double. So I want to thank you all very much, and I'm going to stop record.